Hi guys, it's ASBYT and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, a couple of days ago, I did a video regarding the Mi Mix 2 and a few of the things that were due to be announced today. Well, the product launch has happened now. I've actually just come back from the official. I was invited there by Xiaomi themselves. I was not. I think the invitation got lost in the post, I think, to be honest. No, of course, I did watch the live stream. So today, I'm going to be giving you the confirmed points from the Xiaomi founder himself. So let's get straight to it. Yes, so the product launch happened this morning, 7 AM UK time. So, of course, we have the big announcement. There were three things that were announced. The new notebook was announced, the Xiaomi Note 3, which is, of course, the new larger phone, which is the newer model, of course, of the Note 2. That's generally how numbers work. Now, of course, I'm not going to be focusing on the Notebook Pro information or the Note 3 information. I will hopefully be doing future videos on those. But of course, the main attraction for a lot of people was, of course, the announcement for the brand new Mi Mix 2. The Mi Mix was a very popular phone, but it had a few flaws, and a lot of people found it too large and a bit too square, and it obviously had that massive bezel at the bottom still. Well, the Mi Mix, based on what we've seen, has addressed a lot of those issues. So we're going to jump straight onto some of the specs for you now. So it's going to be a 5.99-inch display, which is, of course, smaller than the original Mi Mix. And, of course, from the rendered pictures we saw that were leaked last week, we knew it was going to be smaller. It has been confirmed it is now smaller, and it has this 18:9 ratio, which is shared, of course, with the Samsung S8. There's also been the reduction, as we expected, of the chin size. It's now a 12% reduction. So as you can see, it's a very slender line at the bottom, similar to the Samsung S8, the LG G6, and many other phones that have attempted to lose this bottom bezel as well. There is going to be a hidden speaker in the display, and of course a proximity sensor as well. As I did mention in my last video, the Snapdragon isn't the 836 that some people thought it was going to be. As leaked a couple of days ago, it is going to be using the 835, which, like I said in my last video, is still an amazing bit of kit. So again, in terms of performance, it's going to be right up there with the best. In terms of RAM and, of course, storage, it's going to come in 3 different models. They are all, well, there's a special edition as well, which we'll get to after this, but the normal, as if it's not good enough, the normal Mi Mix 2 comes in 3 different varieties, all containing 6 GB of RAM. It's going to have 64 GB of storage, 128 GB of storage, and 256 GB of storage. They are the 3 options that you can get. We're going to get onto price for all 3 of those in a second as well, and it's another thing you're going to be pretty astounded by in terms of the price compared to, again, some of the top flagship phones, which, based on these specs, based on this display, is going to be comparable. A little bit of information on the camera. It's going to be using the Sony IMX836 sensor. Large pixels 1.25, and it actually has the same primary camera as seen on the Xiaomi Mi 6. So, and of course, I have reviewed the Xiaomi Mi 6. The camera is not the best camera, but it is still one of the best cameras. And 4-axis optical image stabilization as well. So again, pumped. I'm pumped. I want this phone. So we have a 4-sided curved ceramic body, and it is using 7 series aluminium alloy frame. So it's going to be aluminium and glass on the normal edition. Again, we're going to get to the special edition in a second. Before we get onto price, in terms of compatibility with different providers in different countries, they have now stepped up. As far as I'm aware, they had 37 on all of their leading phones before, and that's the 37 bands. They have now jumped up to 43 bands, more than even companies like Samsung and Apple have at this moment in time. In terms of the audio, a lot of people said they had issues with the Mi Mix originally. By losing the forehead of the phone, they had to have sort of under-display technology. They believe they fixed this problem while still using under-screen technology for the sound. They've used what's known as, I'm going to read this now, cantilever piezoelectric ceramic acoustic technology. So that's what they've been using, and basically the sound will resonate through the metal frame in order to give you the actual feedback into your ear, and it's delivered through that screen. So we've got no top bezel, and it's all coming through the actual screen, which, again, we mentioned the Mi Mix being groundbreaking in the first place. If they've tweaked this and made the acoustics better while still maintaining that form of kind of technology through the screen, it's going to be absolutely epic. Right, so we're going to get on to price now. So for the smallest edition, so we're talking 6 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, that is coming in at less than what the original Mi Mix was priced at when it was first launched, which is just incredible. 3,299 RMB, which actually works out roughly at around 380 pounds UK sterling, so again 400 and a bit dollars if you're from the US. That is, for what this is, I think that is such a cheap price when you compare it to the launches of the Galaxy S8, for example, the Samsung Note 8, the Apple phone. They're all literally, I mean, the Note 8 was $900, I believe, when it was launched. I mean, this is coming in at around 400 and something, so $450, just under $500 for this phone is just incredible, again, as far as I'm concerned. For the second model, 6 GB of RAM and the 128 GB of storage, that is coming in at 3,599, which comes in at around 420 UK sterling. And for the 250 GB of storage unit, comes in at around 460 UK sterling. So you can get this phone with 6 GB of RAM, 256 GB of storage for just over 450 quid. Compare that again to the launch of the S8, the Note 8, the Apple iPhone when it launches. I believe the launch is tomorrow. We'll see the pricing on that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be right up there near the thousands, if not in the thousands. So that is ridiculously cheap compared to them flagship phones. Right, so I mentioned earlier the special edition version of the Mi Mix 2. Again, this looks absolutely fantastic. There is, just as far as I'm aware, going to be one model which is going to have 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. It's going to come curved, full ceramic unibody, which is going to look and feel absolutely amazing. It's going to have, as far as I'm aware, 18 karat gold plating around the camera ring as well. It's not it's not important really. That's more of a flashy thing personally, but if you've got the money for that, I'm looking at the price as well. It is more expensive, but it's still going to come in cheaper again than like the Galaxy Note 8 and the S8 when it was launched and the Apple phone. So it comes in a white and a black version as well. So I mean, if you want white ceramic, that's going to look interesting. As far as I can see, everything else is pretty much the same. Now, this price is coming in at 4,699 RMB, which comes in at just under 550 UK sterling. So it is that jump up in terms of price. For that price, you're getting the ceramic. Is it important necessarily? Are you pretty much getting the same phone? Yes. So I potentially would, if you are on a bit of more of a budget than spending £550, and probably the other one is going to be more than acceptable for you. Let me know in the comment section below whether you think it's worth that extra money or not. And of course, let me know about your opinions in general about this actual release. Let me know some of your concerns. Let me know some of the things you think are amazing about this phone. Are you psyched? Are you going to buy one? Or is there something still on the market at the moment that you would prefer? Are you going to still go and try and buy the iPhone when it comes out? Are you going to go and buy the Note 8 which was released? You know, do you think those phones are necessarily better than this one? Again, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to go through some of your comments and I'll try and respond to as many as I can. Remember to like this video if you do think the Mi Mix looks amazing. Share this video with your friends and family if they're interested in this sort of phone or just phones in general. And of course, subscribe and hit that little notification button next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you in the next one. Say ASBYT, peace out.